Hi guys, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. What I'm going to do today is we're going to fix some hairline cracking in this home. The home is about 100 years old. What they have here is they have a little bit of settling issues. It's not, I wouldn't consider it structural. I consider it minor hairline settling issues caused by the chimney. And also, folks, they're on a street here which is extremely busy. You got traffic. You can probably hear it in the background. A lot of traffic, a couple high rises next to them, so the ground is moving and it's settling. What we're going to do here today is I'm going to show you, we're going to put some caulking in some of these hairline cracks. And this area right here, say, and what I did is I came in and I kind of touched it. If it's spongy, then it should come out. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of relieve the stress of this wall. And there's a little spongy. It's got nowhere to go. It's locked in. So we're going to remove this by scoring it. And how do we score it? Well, you take a handy dandy little knife like this, allow the blade to come out just about a 1/4 inch and lock it in. Then what we do is we score it like this. We score it, go around it, go about 8-9 times, and we'll take it right down to the wood lath. And then we'll pull that out, clean up that wood lath, and replaster that back in. And these, just caulking, typical interior caulking for these. I want to show you a couple other things while we're on that subject of why that happened. All right, guys, this is why that hairline cracking is occurring. You've got your chimney here. Now this chimney, I don't know, I would say about 5 tons, maybe under 10. But as this chimney settles in 100 years, and it'll settle more than the average house because it's solid brick, it's heavier, and traffic going by and all the high rises again. You see this gap right here. It's about 1/8 of an inch. Up here, we got about 3/16 of an inch. So it's settling a bit, but it's a 100-year-old house. What they have here, I walked the house and I thought, man, this house is built well, extremely well. So this is normal and typical, guys. Anybody who thinks, well, gee, we'll have a 100-year-old chimney and it's not going to drop down, say, 1/16 of an inch in 100 years, that's wishful thinking. So last thing I'll do is we'll show you this one more time. All right, guys, opposite wall, bedroom. What I did is I saw the cracks here opposite of the other wall, and what you do is you just pound on it. Now this wall is stable. They said, can we remove it? You can remove any wall you want, guys, in the inside of your house, but why? All we're going to do is put some caulking in this. Will this re-crack? Sure it will. When? I don't know. It all depends on the house. It's moving, and houses will move, guys, especially with 3 months of rain, traffic, high rises being built all around your single-story house. It's movement, guys. So I'm going to wash my hands, put some caulking in this crack, and just squeeze these in. But the idea is to relieve some of the stress in the main room, the living room here, and the rest of this is really simple. But the idea to this video is, guys, I get a lot of folks who call me and say, hey, I got some serious structural cracking, and I'll come and I'll say, that's not serious. I've seen serious. This I consider on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 1 or a 2. It's minor, very minor, and natural and normal, guys. So we'll show you how we repair it. Okay, guys, what we're doing now is Jay went ahead and dug this out for me. I hate digging that plaster out. Dusty stuff. By the way, guys, on the subject of dust, Jay had a mask on. I advise everybody, if you're going to pull plaster off, mix, wear a mask. That stuff goes in your sinuses. It takes forever to get out. What I'm doing now is I'm killing the suction. I'm making sure there's no dust. Otherwise, the plaster, when he mixes up, won't adhere. As far as caulking, guys, there are techniques to all this stuff, guys. I'm using an acrylic latex plus silicone. The idea is, I've already gone over most of these hairline cracks. Say, for example, here, you squeeze, what you want to do is squeeze the caulking into the crack. And just any excess that comes out after you squeeze the caulking into the crack, you can use your hands and just clean up. Make sure it goes into the crack. Okay. And do you guys need gloves? That's up to you. My hands are pretty tough, so I don't need gloves. And plus, what I want to do is I want to squeeze this caulking into the crack, and I want, when they paint this, for this caulking not to show. So we don't want to do this, guys. You do that, it'll show when it's painted. So what we do is I go in circular motions and squeeze it in that crack even further. Another thing too, guys, is a lot of these walls have taping mud on them where they cracked before and they put taping mud. Can you use taping mud? Sure you can, but taping mud tends to dry up. This stays a little bit more flexible. So again, that's my tip. I'll show it one more time here with a typical crack. Go over it and use your finger, make sure it goes in there, and just go in circular motions. And this stuff too, it's water cleanup, guys. It says 35 years on it. Does it last 35 years? Probably. I'm no engineer. I'm just an applicator. But I know if these walls, when they move, again during winter, some of these will re-crack too. And you say, well, gee, how can we do it permanently? You can, even if you tear all the walls off and redo it, the house is still going to move. Last thing I'll show you before Jay mixes me up a little bit of plaster for this, and I'm using a compound, plaster compound for this. I'll use a lot of this Sikaflex polyurethane caulking for exteriors when I do lathing. On the outside there where that chimney meets the wall, it's a real sandy finish, so I'm using this Moreflex. Moreflex has got sand in it. I'm sure every caulking company out there in a matter of a year or two are going to have products with sand in them. That way, the smooth one is what I want here because we don't want grit, but on the outside I'm going to switch to this Moreflex. Anyhow, Jay's going to go ahead and mix me enough to patch this up. I'm going to go ahead and finish caulking all these cracks in surrounding areas, and we'll show you how we patch it up too. All right, guys, I'm finishing up the last bit of this caulking, and I've had a lot of people call me and say, hey, Kirk, sometimes I'll caulk a crack and it'll come right back. Best to caulk in the morning, guys. And also, if a crack comes right back, just put some more on it. Big deal. Patch it up. If it comes back, come right back, put some more in it. Sometimes it'll suck into that crack, and it usually, even if I'm doing it, it'll still suck into that crack. Just do it twice, guys. Okay. And anybody says, well, can you, and I've had folks say this, can you do it where you guarantee those cracks will never come back? I can't. We can't guarantee a structural of a house that unless you're an engineer, and even then you can't really guarantee it. Well, now, we can guarantee taxes. They'll always happen. Here we go, guys. We're going to patch this up. Pulling it off either which way. It really doesn't matter, guys. This is one way you can patch cracks too, guys. You can use this compound, but again, I kind of prefer the caulking because it's more flexible than, say, a taping mud. Hit it here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this to set about 15 minutes. This is a 20-minute mud. It's going to suck up on the wood, so in about 10 minutes it'll be ready for me to put a light lace skip trowel finish on it, just like that, and I'll show you even how we do that. We let this set a little too long, so I'm going to bring it back to life. All that means is just take it, you leave it. 20-minute mud means 20 minutes, and it sets. And if you have dirty tools, well, that'll set it in 5 minutes. So just bringing this back to life. Got carried away with doing all that caulking stuff. Anyway, all I'm doing now is the last part is to put a light lace texture on here. So what I'll do is I'll just pull it off here and just skip it. I don't know if that camera will show white on white, but the idea is a light skip just to match what they have. Pull that last piece off and just knock it down real tight like theirs. We try to give a painted look, but that's kind of takes practice. And any of you folks who call and fancy yourselves great trowel men, yes, you can go over the cracks like this with a trowel, and I often do. But then if you do that, you have to know how to trowel on the same finish, which you take that trowel and then now you come back over it. That's not what I'm trying to show you folks here, because that's gotta be a real good plaster to do that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, my name is Kirk. I'm with Kirk Giordano Plastering. We thank you folks for watching, and as usual, we'll see you guys on the next one.